Still backwards. Ah, I don't know what to do about that. Hey guys, we're live. This is the score is 1-0, and we're trying to fix our scoreboard issue, which is bizarre right now. Everything is backwards. Along with Randy Stokely, I'm Jason DeBiss. This is the MotherLode tournament. We have Shewrman, we have Rolls, we have Cruz, we have Striedl, and here we go. We got 1-1.
There's a nice little side out from the team from Hawaii. The girls wanted to really make everybody understand that they come from sea level, not 8,000 feet, and that they've been a little winded. And at 50 years old, we've got Rachel Shewrman and Ingrid Rolls. Shewrman back to serve.
Wow, pretty good dig. A little bit of a shoestring dig, Randy, and back to business here at 2-2.
Yeah, Ingrid Rolls just missed that play a little bit. Her husband, Scott Rolls, that played at UCLA some years ago, NCAA champion. Really kind of cute to go and see all these different names and people from around the world that are a small little family, but in a big, big world. It's fun to see.
Oh, wow. There's a good dig. There's a pretty good option on that. Now we're ahead on one. We have Jenny Cruz and we have Mary Striedl on the other side. Forgive us. We have a backward scoreboard happening right now for our first initial. This is really, really weird. Up and down set, out of the middle. Not yet. Looking for 4. Got it.
I love that approach as she goes and basically passes that ball, puts pass up, comes at the ball hard. Kind of all the girls are thinking that ball's coming out with a good big swing, and she kind of tips that ball short, and the girls aren't able to get to it. Going up now 4-2, Striedl back to serve.
Brian. Line over looking for the switch. It's the top of the tape and opportunity for an option. And her first option is the set. And we got a ball on court. That's going to be a replay, boys.
It is a timely ball that comes on, stops the play. Unfortunately for Striedl and Cruz, that was a point opportunity, and that's going to get replayed.
Right.
So the lefty is
yeah, Mary.
Hey, anybody taking a look at the scoreboard? Look what we got. We got a mirror action, which is why I was trying to reset this, Randy.
We'll keep them informed with the score along the way. There's a good little side out from the team from Hawaii.
Yeah.
Rolls putting that ball away.
Yeah, Rachel Shewrman listed at 43 years old and Ingrid Rolls at 50 years old. And Randy, there's something about the altitude training or something in a drinking water that makes these middle-aged players play like young people.
I personally don't understand what it is because at this age, playing at this high altitude, and there's a good block by Shewrman at Rachel at the net. We're just getting kind of used to these names and people that we've never seen before, so it's really kind of fun to see.
This is how they're going to ask us how to stumble out of the block, Randy. Guys, we're just getting started, and it's going to be an absolute good time here because that's what Aspen, Colorado is.
Jenny Cruz now back to serve. Her team up by 1, 5-4.
Jenny Cruz with a pretty good one, left shoulder serve. There's a drifter set. That ball's blocked, unrecovered.
Nice block by Mary Striedl at the net. I love the serve by Cruz from the left side to the middle of the court, especially to the right sider. That ball, you have to always dip down and try to pass that ball. It goes to the middle of the court, and there's another one again, and there she scores again. So that's something that she likes. She knows that she scored before, and she'll do it again.
Is that something you see where she should just keep going there until they fix that?
Well, it's hard to go and say that if you go back to the well too many times, but there's the third one. And, there's always that rule of if you score 2 points in a row, get the third ball in. It's amazing how many times they make that mistake. And easy point for the team from Hawaii. Now back to serve. Rachel Shewrman.
Wow, what liftoff! Wow, great liftoff by Jenny Cruz, former outside hitter. I believe out of Northwestern Missouri State.
You got it.
I did. Yes. Like I said, we're on our way, man.
You know what's so great about this game? There are so many people playing the game across the country, around the world. It's just unbelievable, the level. And here we are in Aspen, Colorado, playing at this altitude for the 50th annual MotherLode tournament.
That ball luft balloons out of bounds. We're going to do a score check. We got our young lady at the bottom. The score is 9-5. 9-5 switch. Right now, the elder stateswomen being handled.
Yeah, you're gonna expect that the youngsters are gonna go in after them a little bit, and that just that lack of movement by the older girls that they can't get to a ball and they're not siding out as well. But here's a good little pass to see if she can go and put this thing off the tape. Here's Cruz to score again. And
wow.
There's a little mistake. Got to go and take a little swing. But you know, the interesting thing about this altitude is obviously the ball travels, and you don't really know unless you're playing a lot out here what that feels like. All of a sudden, you serve a regular ball, that ball goes out that much longer. And here we have Ingrid rolls back to serve. Now down by 3.
Inside set, but a very ideal set for the left-handed Mary Striedl. Balanced her college time at University of Pittsburgh and Butler as well. She's got a pretty good snap on that left, Randy.
Yeah, you know, and it's always very difficult to go and compete against a left-handed player. They're just a little bit different than what we're used to. But she looks like she's playing the right side and hitting that ball cross court, scoring right there as Cruz now goes back to serve.
There's the poke. There's the up and down. Gets dug. Looking for 11. Whoa, wrist away, wrist away, wrist away. One of my least favorite things to say, but.
And, you know, being left-handed, there's the pros and cons to that play right there. So Cruz goes and gets that ball and pops that ball up to the middle of the court. If she was right-handed, she could go and take a snap at that, hitting it on 2. But she goes 1, 2, 3, and they score it with an easy ball hit down the line by Cruz.
Jenny Cruz. Hometown out of Morristown. I believe it's Morristown, Colorado. Oh, Morrison, Colorado. Wow, there's a pretty good cut, Randy.
Really nice shot by Rachel Shewrman from the right side. It really comes down to ball control, especially the older you get. You just want to make the game as easy as possible. Push that pass in front of you. Get the nice, easy set. You know, as I said before, I'm 62. I don't really play all that much. It's a lot more difficult as you age.
Shewrman with the serve. Looking for the drifter set and nobody up on the peel, and that was a mistake.
Well, I think that the the Hawaiian team, they're really trying to go and figure out who to serve. And right now, serving the last 2 balls to the lefty, Mary Striedl. Yeah. She's really snapping that ball.
It's her favorite set. She likes that kind of what John Mayer would call the red, little inside set between the middle and the pin.
You know what's also very interesting that I've just found out? This team is playing for the first time, Cruz and Striedl together. So, you know, when you play for the first time, there's a lot of things that are kind of go positive because you really want to be accurate in terms of your touches. You want to basically, show your partner that you're able to go and play and, play at a high level. So look out for this team of Striedl and Cruz.
Yeah, look out indeed. We're 1 away from the technical timeout. The score is 13-7. And pretty good block. I don't know if there's a net violation. And there it is. When in doubt, go middle. And here we are at the technical timeout. Fred watching the live stream. This is called the MotherLode tournament. This is in Aspen, Colorado. You're wondering where this is being played and what tournament that this is. This is our very first live stream on this. So when we're not actually sure if the score is backwards. So if it's backwards, just type it. It might be backwards for us and okay for you. But if it's backwards, it's something we could definitely 100% fix on next match. Once again, during the technical timeout. Here's my man Randy Stokely. I'm Jason DeBeas. Hey, there's a little "Let's Go" sign behind us. Where did that come from?
Yeah,
I
let's
wasn't there
go.
before.
I love that. Let's go. That's what I tell to all my kids every time we went down to the beach. Let's go.
It's pretty cool. So the youngsters are handling them pretty, and I guess at this level, what we would call relatively easy fashion. What some of the things that our veterans need to do to maybe fix this, if you will?
Well, I think one of the first things is try to get into a little bit better of a side out groove and try to stay in this game a little bit. Even though that they're down by 7 now, they've got to get a little momentum to keep going into the second game. And if they can do that, then possibly could go and pull off that second game and push it to a third. And usually older players will been around and will figure that out. And there's a nice little chop down the line.
Yeah, Shewrman, I noticed on that one on her left shoulder serve, she had enough time to what we call midline pass it, right? And we'll get into definitions, educating our youth a little bit easier as we continue to go through this match. But good midline pass, right? Not very fast surge to space. There's the we might have a little Nemo in the net.
Yeah, we have a little net violation. Point goes to the Hawaiian team. Trying to creep back right here, and let's see if they go back to the same player. So for myself right now, rolls back to serve. I'd like to serve the ball to the line, not to the middle of the court. That goes right to her power, and that's to her left hand. And there's a little bump over on two. Kind of cheated that, but scored.
Yeah, as right now the score is 15-9. And like you said, ideally you want to go left shoulder to the passers because a lot of right-handed shoulder people are left shoulder weak, but we're talking about a lefty here, so
that's right. You got to go opposite, and a lot of people really don't understand that. You got to play the game for a little bit to go and know exactly where they're going to be off balance.
Oh, there's the line over. A pretty good dig. Striedl transition, looking for 16. Not yet. There's a look by Shewrman. Another dig. Middle set. That's problematic for the lefty, but turning lemons into lemonade.
Yeah, unfortunately,
it's Striedl.
Unfortunately, Shewrman got caught at the net, and rightfully so. She should stay at the net. A little bump backwards goes and takes her out of her play to go and make a little shot. Now we have Cruz back to serve.
All right, score is 16-9. Double checking that. Cruz the serve. Left shoulder serve handled okay. Tight set and similar results on the last time she got set tight. Great discipline by Mary Striedl.
Yeah, Striedl's pretty impressive so far, serving some aces, blocking, and hitting. So when you kind of do all that, that's a 17-9 lead.
My goodness, not getting paid by the hour. It's Team Cruz and Striedl. Cruz the serve. Shot out of the middle. Free ball opportunity, looking to get to 10. Wow, what a great dig off that drop. Free ball opportunity, looking for 18.
There's a little great play. Better by Striedl going and staying outside on that ball that got set a little bit outside to the right, and she was able to put that ball away. Now up 18-9. First game of the tournament for us.
Yeah. And it's weird because I'm pretty sure our score is backwards, but we don't care. We're just having a good time, and that's an easy fix. This time, wow. There's a shorty gets dug, looking for the switch. Up and down set. There's an overpass, and that's what happens when you overpass in this game.
I think Cruz a little kind of mishandled that ball. She kind of knew and almost kind of gave up on it, and especially when you set the ball over. Easy point for the team of Rachel Shewrman and Ingrid Rolls, as now they're down by 8 on the side switch.
Rachel Shewrman out of Honolulu, Hawaii.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah. Bringing a little aloha spirit, if you will.
And excuse me, but they're not out of totally Honolulu, parts of the Hawaiian Islands, Oahu specifically. And I don't really keep track of all those different names and all those different towns. I know a lot of them, but
we got a ball on court. There's a replay, and I think at this point, Randy, we're looking. Even if you don't think you can win the game, you're looking for momentum. You're looking to get like a whole bunch of plays, get an ace, get a block, get a dig, and see what happens game 2.
Remember, they're feeling themselves out just a little bit right now to go and try to figure out, how they can score. But I don't really know if they've really gone to the right player right now in terms of serving Striedl. She's really been on her game this morning.
The score is 19-10. Pretty good pass. Here's the set she likes. That's where she can see the entire court. So her scan the court and make her move. So you said there was a relation between roles.
Yeah, Scott, her husband, UCLA legend, won an NCAA championship or two back in the 70s.
I just been informed by my tech team. Sorry, right now we're at 2011. Let's fix that. But I just been informed by our technical team that the score is in fact not backwards. The score is actually correct for the people viewing. It's just backwards for us. So
Good. See, we're technicians too, learning
Yeah.
as we go.
Congratulations, Randy. You're an Avenger. Wow. And there it goes again. And pretty much the same way the game started. Left shoulder serve, constant service pressure out of the middle. Agreed, Randy?
Yeah, and sure enough, they figured it out. They are attacking Shewrman probably 95% of the serves that went to Shewrman. So they've got to smooth it out here and try to get a little momentum. Obviously, in a must-win situation right now, as we're in the timeout or the.
Yeah, we're between sets, but Randy, I got a little camera 3 here, a little roaming camera, just showing everybody and appreciating what these 3 courts look like, including a center court. For those of you that have never been to Aspen, Colorado, there are 2 additional courts up the hill. So there's 5 courts altogether for this tournament, the MotherLode. It's really, really heavy on grass. Have you walked by, gotten to see some of the grass?
I have.
Take our bunker shot here?
Incredible, really, how many people are out here. I think the total amount of teams for this year's tournament was 340 teams competing in the MotherLode, the 50th annual.
You know, I got to tell you, as far as grass tournaments go, you're gonna have big ones. Okay, you got the Pottstown Rumble, that's big court, that's side out to 15. It's probably the most grueling tournament in all of volleyball because it's grass. And Pennsylvania, Pottstown is very, very hot. The last month out of that year. So, and then you have Wapaka, right, which is a beach tournament, but it's also grass threes. So, but the thing that impressed me about this, if there was ever a staple, the Masters, watching the Masters play. And watching these guys who are 50 years of age just sell out, not take plays off, and just jump out of the sky. There's something. I said it before. There's something in the drinking water here, man.
Well, I would give a shout out to John Hanley and Packy Jones playing in the Masters division. Heard that they went down in a barn burner that was so fun to watch. Third game, 28-26. Johnny Hanley, I threw him a text. He said, I see you playing in this tournament. What are you doing? You're 62 years old. He says, I am so tired. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
That's great. You thought you were playing in it. All right, let's reset our scores. And all right, hey, we're back in the action.
Rolls now back to serve. Let's see if they can score a couple. Now they go to the middle, but again, they haven't figured that one out going to the left hand right there. There's a little ball that she can't get off and scoot quick enough. She's laughing about it.
Yeah, and well said. Never. I mean, there's a golden rule. You don't left shoulder serve a left-handed hitter.
That's called serving right into the breadbasket.
Yes. And you know it's weird? Like a lot of lefties at almost every level that I've seen have a lot of trouble with the right shoulder. Lefties are kind of the worst. We don't really use our right hand for anything.
And I would agree to that. And that's really one of the first things that I noticed when I really kind of almost retired. I had not really noticed that when I was a player. In regards to the left hand, right hand, and where to serve, I just kind of felt them out to see exactly, what would be productive. But certainly a left-hander is a target, but you got to serve that ball down the line, not to the middle of the court. But that one, fortunately, goes to Cruz, and there's a good little serve.
Great serve by Shewrman. Rachel Shewrman, 43 years old, having a good time. You know, Ingrid Rolls can't possibly be 50. That's not. Dude, that's not what a 50-year-old looks like. I don't even, come on.
No, she's in superb shape. There's a good little dig, rolling back to try to score the point as Ingrid rolls, misses that dig, ties the score up at 2-all.
Mary Striedl to serve. Full-time blocker. Wow, this ball luft balloons into the net.
It
And
was, I look at that serve and I call it a kind of a mindless serve. It's kind of like all of a sudden she's so rushed at the last minute or the last second that she changes her mind and doesn't serve what she really wants to do.
yeah, that was a little bit careless and rushed in my opinion. Hey, we got a scoring opportunity, and I like the wrist away, but you got to go high. You got to go high, Randy, and there's no one there to cover.
Yeah, and she's gutted. She's still out. She's breathing too hard. That was just too difficult to get all the way back and pop that one up. But next time we'll remember to go and shoot that ball to the deep corner.
Yeah, we like the move. 3-3, we're one away from the switch. This is the second set. For those of you that just joined us, there's a short pass, up and down set, and splitting the uprights for the extra points is Shewrman, Rachel Shewrman.
For the
Wow.
team of Shewrman and Rolls, they really need to go and get every one of those breaks to keep into this game because we've got a young team of Cruz and Striedl that are really on their game right now. Like I said before, this is the first time they're playing together. They've got things to prove, and they're proving themselves to themselves.
Drifter set, looking for four, got it.
I like that by Cruz, a little choppy cross court. A lot of players want to try to go and hit that ball. Just chop it, put a little spin on the ball. The ball all of a sudden kind of goes down at an angle that you just really can't get to.
Striedl to serve, expect them to go back to the middle. And there it is. Oh my goodness, the hubby wife act performed courtesy of Shewrman and Rolls. That's that moment where you look at each other and see love, Randy.
Well, you know what? That's called the husband wife. And unfortunately, you take it, I get it. It's the lack of communication. Point goes to Striedl and Cruz now up by 1, 5-4.
Okay, serve handled well by Rolls. Up and down set, Rolls gets blocked. Good cover. A little bit of a fake looking for 6. Not yet. Shewrman on the attack, looking to tie the game. Not yet. Who's going to blink? Striedl. Doug. Ah. Some of these lower digs are might be the enemy of their transition productivity.
Yeah,
Randy.
well, again, when you get to those ages, you just can't bend as the way you used to. And taking the ball above, she doesn't really go and dig that ball all that well. And now we've got another opportunity, just hits out long. And now you've got to slow down a little momentum, or else this game will get out of control very quickly.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. I think make sure everything they do, especially on defense, is high. High mistake means you have time to adjust.
Yeah, and that's all one of my thoughts always is just to try to lift the ball. Give yourself time as they're trying to keep the ball low. Here's another point opportunity for the lefty, but on her offside, chops the ball to the line. Goes on to, now they're taking advantage of the court.
Yeah, getting a little bit of that momentum back and taking a deep breath is Rachel Shewrman. So for those of you that have seen a previous live stream of our interview, I'm actually going to leave that up. I actually stopped that live stream because I was under the impression that our scoreboard was being mirrored, meaning that it was being read backwards. But it turns out, Randy and I, we do things right the first time. We did a test run yesterday on this, right? And everything looked good. And I'm optimistic, if not hopeful, that it looks good right now.
I hope everybody's enjoying this being brought to you by NY Varsity Sports, the MotherLode, the 50th annual. I'm Randy Stoklos along with Jason DeBillis.
This is going to be a blast. That's okay, sir, but unfortunately straight to her, and there's a pass on the option. Striedl made that look like child's play.
Yeah, when you are left-handed playing the right side, it's a perfect pass and option on 2. She puts the ball away with ease. As Striedl is now blocking line, they get a nice, easy short serve on Rolls, and Rolls can't get to that ball. quick little point. I love the short serve.
I do too. I don't like the switch. That's a 5-2 switch. Excuse me. That's a 5-2 switch when I thought they had a little bit of momentum. They're up 4-3, and now the score is 9-5. So that might even be 6-1 switch by my mathematics. That was an acting major, Randy. Failed at math. That's actually a 6-1 switch, not 5-2.
Cruz now back to serve 9-5.
There's a better pass by Rolls. There's the up and down set. Rolls out of the middle. That's an intelligent shot. Transition, not yet. Looking for 6. Oh, going for the white, but showing discipline is Mary Striedl.
Yeah, Rolls kind of chucked that ball up there, rolled it right up to the area that was just a little too tight. Couldn't get to that ball. Even tried a little wipe off, but Striedl, good blocker so far.
That's her 4th block of the match, 2nd of the set. Wow, there's a talk about options. There's a pretty simple one too.
Yeah.
Reading the defense.
Yeah. It kind of makes me think that maybe they should be trying to do this a little bit more up on to catching them off balance, because you never know where that thing's going to go. And also, too, I don't think a whole lot of people are diving on this kind of surface. It looks a little harder, a little more grainier. I know Cruz has shown her ability to get after the ball. But going on 2, a little broken up. Out serve, now Striedl back to serve.
And I expect her to do more of the same. I expect her to go back to the middle, left shoulder. There's a switch on that. Rolls, hit out of the middle. Very good hit, but dug. And returned by an even stronger hit by Jenny Cruz.
Yeah, unfortunately, Rachel Shewrman should have gone to the net, and they should have switched sides immediately. But you can almost see that she's a little gassed already. I saw at the end of the first game that she was basically grabbing her knees and bent over. 8,000-foot elevation, hard to breathe out here.
I was just going to say that. My goodness. Mystic Mac Randy Stokely.
And if you hear,
ahead of the game on the commentary.
And if you hear us wheezing, you'll understand what it's all about. Even for us to go and commentate this, a lot of wind being blown.
Better pass, up and down set, and that's room to work. And I think that's where she can do a lot of the things she does well. That ball left balloons out of bounds, and we're 1 away from the technical timeout, Randy. Excuse me. I'll make sure I do some camera shots of the outer courts during the technical timeout. A pretty good serve to position 1. Rolls on the shorty, gets dug. Looking for...
Cruz should have gone and set that ball on 2. On 2. Should have gone to her partner. That would have probably a good, easy score. But she hits that ball out long, and now we have the side switch.
And the technical timeout.
Thank you.
So let's use camera 3. And let's scroll on this warm-up here. There's our guy. There's John Mesco setting, warming up. I'm not sure if this is a wash on this court or if they're actually warming up. Mesco, is that a match, or are you guys everyone's just warming up, or is it a wash? Or cool. No, I decline the challenge. I'm not getting on that court.
So things are rolling right along for Jenny Cruz and Mary Striedl, now up 14-7 in the second game. Won the first one pretty handedly, and it looks like that they're going to go and roll right through Rolls.
Nice.
In Shewrman.
Yeah, so far, all same plays, same results, right? Serve out of the middle, causing constant pressure. Serves out of the middle, causing some balls that go backwards. Serves out of the middle, getting that occasional ace or two. I think there's 4 aces total, all against that one team. Actually, 4 aces to 1. And it looks like it's going to be more of the same unless they make that adjustment. I think you were talking about serving the line. Were you talking about serving the line position 1, where the lefty's at, lefty right shoulder?
That's correct. Yeah. Jason, you're exactly right. And I would like to see it happen so we could understand if it would make some difference, because she's siding out very, very well Mary Striedl from the right side. Here's it looks like that they're going to go to Striedl, but again, they go to her left hand to the middle of the court. Ball goes up and down, and she attacks from the middle. Here's an opportunity.
There it is, looking for the first score after the technical timeout.
And you know why I love that play is that she pushes the ball up in front of her outside, so she gets an outside set. She's being able to hit the ball cross court,
Yep.
which is going to give you a little bit more length in terms of hitting that ball in. And she chops that ball inside the block for the point.
Almost a sigh of relief. There's the serve you're looking for, Randy. There's the line over, and that's out.
Exactly.
There's the break.
So here we go. For both teams are going to probably see this after the fact and kind of understand and learn a little bit. And now look at Striedl moves over just a little bit to kind of cover it. And let's see if they go back to the well and serving area 1 to her line, to her right hand. Ball goes to the middle of the court. Again, they haven't figured that one out. Here's another point opportunity.
Looking for 10. Oh, come on, man. You got to show. Now, here's my general rule, all right? And I'm going to do this really quick because we got next play coming up. If you're going to compete set, you have to be the first one there at the scene of the crime to cover. If you're going to set competitively, you can't stand there and watch. She got the hit and she covered herself. She's got to do a little better job on that. I'm not trying to be mean to the ladies, but this is my assessment. Okay, pass. Wow, teardrop gets dug. Oh, trying to do a little too much on that with Striedl, but now we're in business, Randy. It's 10-15. We got 3-1 after the technical timeout, and like you said, strategically, you'd love to see her go more to zone 1, position 1. I wonder if she heard you. I wonder if she heard you when you said that.
Well, let's just speak a little louder. Maybe they can hear us. Now they go the other way to go to Cruz from the left side. Ball gets set to the middle of the court. There's a ball up the touch. Now it's got to go over. Ball gets hit out of bounds. You know, the one thing I was going to go and talk about is that, you know, we all know that setting is so important and you need to create space for your hitter and not trap your hitter. But remember, we're at 8,000 feet. The ball's floating a lot different.
And it's a Mikasa, too.
And it's just unbelievable. Sometimes you think you put it in the right spot, and it kind of comes off of your platform a little bit different. Here's now we're pulling Mary off to a little bit. Another point opportunity for the girls from Hawaii. A little chance and misses on that play right there.
Oh, man, there's another scoring opportunity. And they're still keeping a lot of their momentum, but it's really contingent on this side out.
Yeah,
they got to side out right here. Otherwise, you know, the work they put in is going to be just more difficult to come back.
Yeah.
In the unlikely scenario.
Yeah.
Striedl the serve and both hands up, and that's what they need to do. They need to slow down the game. They need to make the pace a little bit more lethargic. And that's what I was talking about as far as covering was concerned. I saw a little bit of standing around on Rolls' part, and here's your 17-11 switch. Look out, right into our living room.
You know, the one thing that I saw right there by Rachel Shewrman, she passes the ball straight ahead, but she doesn't take a step outside. She doesn't create an angle, so she comes in as a hitter. So she gets trapped at the end, and it was an easy block. Again, another great block by Mary Striedl. Something happened on that play. I'm not sure exactly, but now we're down by 4, 12-16. With Rolls back to serve.
Yeah, my camera got knocked by guys warming up on the other court. And you're right. Yeah, now it's 17-12. There is a little window of opportunity, Randy, to make this more interesting score-wise.
I think we're at that moment that you were talking about minutes ago, that this is an important side out for the team. They pass the ball. They go out of the middle here. Let's see if they chop the ball back to the middle. And sure enough, there's the score.
And, you know, I'm trying to be unbiased here and, you know, be an unbiased announcer and play-by-play guy, but I start cheering for them a little bit. Rose is such a cool person. You find yourself cheering for certain people, and and for the people listening, apologies. It's what we call an involuntary reflex. A little ball on court. 13-17. Opportunity is knocking at their door, and I'd like to see them go zone 1 or 4.
And interesting right now, Rolls stays at the net. And now she's going to come back and play defense. Oh, there was a great opportunity. Just misses that. Good little swing by Mary. left-hander from the backcourt, put that ball away, putting it away with a little pace.
And that's all you can ask for, right? You just an opportunity to touch it like that. And any decent player, any high level player, any mediocre level player would love that opportunity. And she's totally claiming responsibility right now on that one. Okay, pass. Up and down set. And there's the drop out of the middle, and now it's 4-8.
And
And-
if you really look closely to that play, Rachel got out just a little bit. I mean, like a half step, but she created a little bit of an angle so she could come back to the line, and she puts that ball away to the middle of the court. Now down by 4, 14-18. Really got to make something happen. In fact, how's the short serve right now to anybody?
Oh, right. Let's check that out.
And there
There's
it
a
is,
serve
kind of, and
zone
it's a
one.
beautiful.
That's
now
what you want.
and there's a shot. Oh, we did.
And
Yeah.
again, very much like last play, that's all you can ask for. Something where they're a little bit out of system, just enough for you to get the dig, coach.
Yeah, those were 2 opportunities, and by serving the ball in the correct area.
I just called you coach. I meant to call you legend. Scores 19-14. I expect them to go to rolls on this one. And this one they go short, and why not? 19-14, let's drop a shorty.
Yep.
Again, they can hear us. And the other team heard that one.
Yeah. Well, a little bit in the driver's seat in regards to owning this game right now. Up now, point match, 2014. And they
There's the
keep the
up
ball
end.
in the court, so maybe a little bit tight. Oh,
That
Cruz
looked like an
comes
open
in.
hand. It looked like an open hand, but no call on that. And I
That's
guess
it.
appropriate. Now the score is 21-14, and that's it. Winners 2-0 for Mary Striedl and Jenny Cruz on this opening match of the MotherLode tournament. Randy, I stumbled out of the block, man, but I got you here to carry me, and
Well-
that's been some of the feedback.
Jason, it's incredible right now. Things are kind of changing. It's early morning now. It's almost 10 o'clock here. The shades are evaporating and the sun's coming out. And we've got some really good volleyball going on here. Going to be fun tournament to go and see for the next 3 days. Stay with us. I'm Randy Stokos with Jason DeBilius. We're NY Varsity Sports here at the 50th annual
Love this guy.
MotherLode.
Randy, we did it. I got a little nervous because